up, y'all? Coming back with another video really quick. And just wanted to talk about some stuff that's kind of in the news in the USA and how it's affected Colombia. Y'all know, like normal, I'm out walking and show you the view. Got the beautiful mountains, the back, it's a well-gated community, and a campus. This is a Catholic campus. I guess there's like kids that don't have families and stuff there. You know, one thing definitely, Catholic Church, they do things big, so they got a lot of territory and stuff. I want to talk about political climate, and that's it's beautiful. Colombia, things that are going on in the United States that could affect Colombia are kind of just this, my perspective, what I know. It's things like climate change and what possibilities are there that could happen with immigration and different. I don't know why they might just let this kid walk into the street. It's I mean, there's no cars, but still. So today I went grocery shopping and I seen the prices go up, and I'm like, oh shoot! Right now it's still not too bad for me, and I'm imagining for other Colombians how it could be. And there's a few things that can happen. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say nothing like it's the president or not. Who knows? But the thing is, you have this whole thing with rich people getting worried. The rich people of Colombia wanted to leave and possibly go to like Miami because of they're worried about their money getting taken. And how could that affect Colombia? I'll tell you what happens in the United States. Having some fun there. What happened in the United States when the government says they're going to tax the rich? They decide to leave or do something with their money. They always adjust, which causes a problem. If they own businesses, they cut back on employees. If they own things, they cut back on hours, and they don't pay benefits. And with a country like Colombia, it's really possible, not just cutting back on things, but just moving their companies out of the country, which has also happened to large corporations. The United States has so many. So the United States can handle it. I'm not sure about Colombia. So that's one thing to worry about. Another thing would be, I can't even tell you what happened. Basically, you know, people started pulling out their businesses, stuff like that. So let's not think of the worst, but hopefully that doesn't happen. And you know, there's this thing with climate change, the exploration of oil companies, the biggest one in Colombia, and it's kind of like when the United States decided they didn't want to anymore explore oil. So now the gas prices went up. So do you think it's gonna be different with Colombia? Probably not. Stop exploring oil because you want the It's like a wedding here or something. Catholic wedding, but yeah, if you stop doing that, exploring oil, your gas price is gonna go up. Felicidades! And what happens is you start going for the climate change thing. I'll tell you what I think about climate change in Colombia. I don't see smog in the clouds or nothing. They have too much rain. And I really don't think it's a huge problem here. There's a Catholic church where the wedding just happened. And I just yelled at the people. Congratulations. So, what I'm trying to say is, guys, there's some things that have happened already in the U.S. And to be honest, it looks like it's going to come to Colombia. But I wouldn't exactly panic just yet. Once you get, they want this oil company to become a leader in solar, converting solar. And I read that Colombia got $750 million for this initiative for green energy. So green energy is something that is very questionable in my mind. You have places like Colombia that the environment is the most biodiverse, second most in the world, and it's been taking care of itself. And you have to think about what do you believe in? The earth was here billions of years and nothing happened till we got here and destroyed it, or it's not that old and we just got enough technology to figure it out. I'll leave that to you because it's a rabbit hole I decided I don't want to go down no more because there's too much money involved. We're talking about trillions of dollars going to the research of climate change. Guys, let me say, I'm giving you like the best of Colombia. And just to even it up a little bit, one day I'm gonna kind of give you a shot of the other neighborhoods. But you know, I got a video where it's a little safer for me. Not that it's not safe. If I'm in Michigan and Detroit, there's places I wouldn't go. Las Vegas, I wouldn't go. So, yeah, that whole climate change thing, the money and the scientists, the money that they get, and the money that's going on in the countries to preserve those programs, is too much for there to be clear-cut truth for us. See, us average people don't know what's going on with that money, and it doesn't 10, 20 years down the road, it doesn't even have to be completed, but that money is becoming available and people are owning different countries and stuff like that. It's crazy, but I've seen United States smog, and I've seen Colombia, no smog, not a lot of planes in the air. So to say that they're fighting this battle, I just can't see it. And but there's so much money into it. If they just got 750 million, if they start the searching for gas, oil, they're gonna get more, and they're getting more involved with the world system, which there's a cost to pay sometimes for that. So what you guys probably want to know is the other thing that's going on in the United States that's affecting Colombia also is immigration. What happens with immigration is when there's too much, the system depends whose tax dollars are paying for it. Depends on people can handle what with immigration. The things that could happen, say the worst thing happened, too much immigration in Colombia. They have so many trees, so many fruits and everything in Colombia. So there's more people. Starting to see a few more homeless people. Not a lot, not like I've seen in the States, but you do. And that's enough to know that it might be too many people that were let into the country. Eventually, they're gonna probably, there's like, for example, we have a tree of avocados. The avocado tree, we have 3 or 4 different guys that come and take from the tree for 6 weeks till there's nothing. And I don't know if they sell them. I don't know if they use drugs or not. They pretty much don't really have a lot, so I don't say nothing. We take what we can from our rooftop. If you looked at one of those videos and see. But the other thing is, so if that happened and say wiped out everything, the people go into places to find, they go and they try to find fruits and vegetables to sell, and they go and do all that stuff, and then it's not available because there's too many people in the country. Then there's these little jobs they used to have and they used to be able to do, but now they got too much competition. And so that's a whole nother issue. Letting too many people in the country. So that's something definitely you gotta worry about too. What's the other thing? A little hot. Other thing I'm gonna say is, people are finding out about Colombia. So of course, Medellin, other parts, when foreigners move, they're gonna bring money. The prices are going to increase in certain places. That's not different in the United States. Still, different neighborhoods have different prices. So that's not the worst thing, because you want diversity, which I think was probably one of the only things Colombia lacks from being like one of the best tourist places in the world. They got so many things people can see and do. One of those things that I'm actually hoping for is that I know that they need more English speakers, but not only English speakers, but from around the world, different type of people with different talents and skills and abilities. And that will help a lot, the diversity. And because people travel where they feel comfortable, where the language is spoke. And in most places, there's not many people that speak English. So that's the only thing, I guess. You have your own thing going until a lot of people, till diversity happens, and that's the balances of life. Because then you got to deal with everything that wants their rights and their ways, and it becomes a lot to deal with, and it all comes down to, do you want to deal internationally, or do you want to keep things the way that you like them in your country without much interference? And most of the people are going to go the other way. They want to be international and be able to make money this way. But it's one of those things you have to wait and see. So hoping for the best for Colombia. Hope you guys got some insight on this video. Next time, it won't be political or anything like that. We'll have a little fun with the next videos. All right, stay tuned.